Hi everybody, and welcome to week 11. And this is the first week of our online class, and this is the format that we will be using for the rest of the trimester. I hope that you enjoy the flexibility of online learning, and I also hope that you'll take the responsibility of online learning too. Check Blackboard, check your email frequently, keep up with the due dates, and please keep in touch with Drew and I. We are happy to answer any questions you have, or if you just want to talk about ideas or anything else. This is a new adventure for all of us, so please stay in touch. All right, let's take a look at the assignments for this week. So I'm looking right now at the announcements page of Blackboard, and we're going to go over here to assignments, and we're going to go down to week 11, and here are your assignments. And as you note, the page doesn't look any different than it did when we had face-to-face class, with the exception of dates. When we did face-to-face in our class, you had homework 3 days a week. Now that we're online and you've got a little bit more flexibility in your time, I'm just going to have assignments due 2 days a week. You'll be doing a little bit more, but assignments will be due 2 days a week. Now keep in mind, when you think about assignments and you look at the number of assignments on a page, that you were spending 3 hours a week in class. So those 3 hours really aren't going away as far as needing to be scheduled. There's simply more work online. So do schedule your time to complete your assignments. And also the other new thing will be that up here there will always be a link for an overview video, and please watch that. That's what I'm doing right now, and that will help you understand the assignments a little bit better. So let's go to assignment 11A. Now assignment 11A is really a completion of our compare-contrast unit. Most of you have already done your PowerPoint presentation because we worked on those in class. And I actually thought about just tossing this assignment out, but I want to make sure that those of you who are already done, and I think it's most of you, get credit for this. So if you haven't completed your PowerPoint presentation on that paper, please do so. And here are the instructions. And I'm happy to answer questions or work with any of you who weren't in class the day that we did those. So complete that PowerPoint presentation. And then what you're going to do in 11A Part 2, if you see my cursor here, is to post the file, the PowerPoint file, to the discussion board so that other students can look at it if they choose. And in addition to posting that file, post 2 to 3 sentences telling your classmates something that you think they should know about the candidates. Just 2 or 3 sentences. Tell them what you think is most important for them to know. Now 11B is an assignment that will allow you to put what you learned in this compare-contrast assignment into practice if you decide to vote. So this is also a mini research assignment. What you're going to do is go to this website, which is My Wisconsin Vote, and find information to answer the following questions. There's 3 short answer questions here. What do you have to do to register? How do you do absentee voting? Where's your polling place? Type your answers to these 3 questions in a Word document. Save that document and post it here by clicking the link of this assignment. Now, if you live in Minnesota, use this link down here to find your local information. So that's assignment 11A and 11B, and those are due, if you note up here, on Tuesday by 11:30 p.m. And now let's look at assignment 11C and D. And these assignments relate to the research paper on disinformation that you're currently working on. And if you need to recall or if you want to review the assignment instructions for that paper, remember that they are on the paper instructions tab over here. So 11C asks you to read a couple research guides and watch the videos. For those of you that have been in class and who were able to attend the library sessions, some of this is review, but some of it is new, and it's definitely worth reading. So read these library guides, watch the embedded videos in them, and they will help you. First of all, if you haven't totally settled on how you're going to narrow your topic, this guide will help you. And as far as researching your sources, this guide will help you. Then this is the actual research assignment itself. Some of you have already started this and are quite far along. If you haven't, get started early in the week, because research does take time. So this assignment asks you to find 5 sources for your paper, to evaluate their credibility, and to summarize them. And here's the worksheet that you're going to use for that. Most of you have already seen this. The first thing you're going to do for each source you have is to put your MLA citation right here. Remember, not just the URL, but the MLA citation. And if you recall, if you use a database, the database will provide that for you, so that's a great time saver. And if you don't use a database, there is an MLA guide on the resource tab of our Blackboard class, and that will help you find the template for how to cite your source. You can also go to many spots on the web and just type in, for example, how do I cite a website in MLA, and you'll get answers. So MLA citation for the source. Briefly summarize the contents, and if you recall, summary means what are the main ideas, so type those in there. And then talk about the relevancy. How does this relate to your topic? Is it the right level of information for a college audience? Talk about the all-important authorship. Who's the author and what are the author's qualifications? And who's the publisher and what's the publisher's reputation? And why should I trust them? And then finally, the purpose. What's the purpose? Is it biased? Is it to persuade? Is it to inform? Is the author fair to both sides of the argument? Now, it is quite possible that some of the sources that you use in this paper will be very bad sources because you're using them as examples of disinformation. And if that's the case, that's fine. Put those sources on here too and discuss here why they are not reliable sources. So this is a Word document. The boxes will expand as you type, and you'll note there's space for 5 sources. You will probably want to find more sources as you get into the writing of the paper, and you may not use all of these as you get into the writing of the paper. Research is a fluid process, but start with these 5 sources and fill out the worksheet and then post it back to Blackboard using the link right here. So that's the assignment list for the week. Remember that Drew and I are available. I am happy to talk with you on the phone, to meet with you via Blackboard Collaborate, to meet with you in person, to talk with you via email. So is Drew. The library is also open. You can get help from the Learning Commons with your research. And one of the librarians, Linda, is particularly interested in this topic, so she is happy to help you as well. So you've got lots of resources to help you, and please keep in touch and ask questions. And have a good week.